Alright guys, so we have made it to the second half of the second part. And what we're gonna do is design this lid right here. It's based on this lid, although I went for a simpler handle option. You know what to do if you want to change it. Well, that's a nice handle. Maybe we'll make that one next. Okay, so let's get into it. This lid features several techniques that I basically made up. And I just wanted to say, a lot of times you watch a tutorial and somebody's doing something crazy and then you think, how the hell did they learn that or whatever. I'm not sure about other people, but I can say that a lot of times in Houdini, the cool thing that I like about it so much is that you can just sort of imagine things and then figure out how to make them work. And that's essentially what I did with this entire model. That's why I'm making a tutorial about it, because this is just something that I dedicated myself to building from scratch, and I figured out how to do it. It took me a lot of tries, so don't be discouraged if you don't get it the first try. Also, sometimes you get stuck and you got to go to like the message board, like Odd Force or Houdini Discord, the Think Procedural Discord, or just some reason. Or sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just don't know, and then someone will tell you about, oh, use this node, and it's some node you've never even heard of, and it's great. That's another part of learning. So don't be afraid to do that, and also don't be afraid to, like, if you can't find the tutorial, just like make something up and just see if it's going to work. It might not work. Probably will, honestly, from my experience. Eventually, it doesn't mean it's right, but if it works, then who cares? You're learning, right? So. Okay, anyway, so yeah, look at this. We got this big, beautiful network. This is our main base here. This is our handles, and this is the output. We funnel the whole enchilada right here. Okay, so this lid, let's just get into it, and then I'll explain it as we go here. Alright, let's start with a line facing on the X. Let's add some pointitos. Let's add like, 5, 6 maybe. Okay, and what we're going to do is something similar. We're going to construct a piece of geometry out of splines, and then we're going to manipulate that. So let's make some circles, or a circle here. I want this circle to be very, very small. Look at that. Yeah, maybe like a 0.05 for the sake of this tutorial. I'll do it at 0.01 so you guys can actually see it, and then I'll adjust it. What we're going to do with that, I think we're going to make that a polygon, and we're going to carve it. Take the carve, do the first U, second U, I'm going to do 0 and 0.5. Nice little semicircle there. Then we're going to take this line, we're going to take a group node. We are going to do the classic trick. We're going to make it points. We're going to make these the endpoints. We're going to do this trick, which I don't, oh, sorry, not group node, group by range. Bing, points, endpoints. The classic trick, start at 1, end at 1, invert range. And I don't know why that works, but it does. So now we've got these endpoints selected. You can see they're in yellow here. These bad boys. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and blast. Actually, do we need a blast? I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's do a copy to points here. Yeah, copy to points. Bing. Alright, and the copy to points in the group, we're going to do, target points. We're going to do not endpoints. So we got these 4 things, right? And then we're going to, then here we're going to blast away also not the endpoint, so that we're left with only the endpoints. Group, endpoints, delete unused group, delete non-selected. Okay, then we're going to merge these two together, and you can see that we have this thing right here. And then what we want to do is we want to take and add. Okay, so actually what we're going to do is put this add up here. We're going to points, delete geometry, but keep the points. And we've got this now. So all we need to do is run a line through each of these so that they're one piece of geometry. So let's set the point numbers here. And you can see that they are out of order. So what we can do is run a sort. And we're going to change the point numbers here by x. This is the x-axis, so it's going to start here and go outward. Now you can see they're all in line. Very nice. Then we're going to do another add. This add polygons by group. What do you know? Now we have this cool shape. So what we can do with that is we can revolve. Classic 3D modeling move. Boom. Now we have this entire surface, and it's got these little fun little divots in it. Super cool. What was that? 16. Turn these off. These normals look a little messy. Just gonna run a clean on this. See if that fixes anything. Points. Fix overlaps. No. Okay, that seems to have worked. Great. Now, the thing is, we need to have some thickness here. And I don't want to use a poly extrude because of these angles. I'll show you what will happen here if we use the poly extrude. Everything's going to get janked up. You know what I mean? It's all, nothing's working here. And even if we ran like a fuse, which I think we might need to. No, it's not doing anything. Right, so that's not working. Even if we did it straight, like you can go to transform extruded front and you can just actually move it in a straight line, you know, world-wise or whatever. Again, it doesn't love that. It doesn't like the Z. None of these are gonna, you know, none of these are gonna happen for us, basically. So we need to figure out something else. So I came up with this little workaround that I thought was quite interesting. Works, so let's give it a shot. Basically, it involves cheating. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a, let's do the group node. We're going to create a group called edges. This is another classic Houdini. Edges, we're going to include by edges, turn off the base group. Include by unshared edges, which of course gives us the outside edge. And then we are going to transform. We're basically going to create two copies of this and then merge them back together. So we'll just move that up slightly. And then we're going to merge these together. So what's going to happen here is because this edge group has 16 edges, you can see. And this edge group has 16 edges. So down here, this edge group has 32 edges. Now, of course, we don't want that. What we want is two separate groups. So what we can do here is create a group rename. Group rename, old name, edges, new name, edges 2, let's say. Not the best name, but it's going to work. Then, down here, we're going to make a polybridge. Right, polybridge. The source is going to be edges, and the destination is going to be edges 2. Might need to reverse some normals here. Yes, maybe, yes, I believe that worked. It did. All right, then I'm just gonna reverse the whole thing here. Look at that. All right, so the polybridge actually gives us way too many divisions. And sometimes, guys, with the polybridge, you're gonna get like, maybe I can even recreate it here if I have more of these. Yeah, see, sometimes with some of the numbers, you're gonna get this twisting. See how these like seem to be shifted by one? That's pretty common. It's not a big deal. The way you can fix it in polybridge is just default pairing shift. Just like tweak that. There you go. See, I just tweaked it to -1 and it's fine. So that's a good little fix. Okay, got that. Now in the polybridge, we need to export the bridge group, the bridge mesh group, bridge mesh prims. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to push it out and we're going to create a little brim out of it. So poly extrude, use the group bridge mesh prims distance. See, we can just push out this edge here. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Then here we're going to export the side group, and then we're going to take a group node. This is going to be primitives. The base group is going to be extrude side, and you can see that we've got this top and this bottom. We only want the bottom, so we're going to go keep by normals. Direction -1, put that to 0, and the angle down to 0. And now we just have the bottom because this normal is -1 in the y. So we can take, we call that rim edge bottom. These are terrible group names. I'm sure you can do better. Poly extrude number 2. I'm going to run this on the group we just made. Rim edge bottom, distance, boom. Now we have this like cool whatever. We can make divisions. And bada boom, bada bing. Now one thing I did on mine was I actually threw in a bevel at this point. So I made a group here that was edges. Let's call it rim edges. Oh god. Rim edges. Yeah, sure. And what we're gonna do with this one, and we're gonna make this an edge group. We're gonna do the edge angle. So the minimum edge angle, if you crank this up. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, base group. So the minimum edge angle is only gonna select edges that have a certain angle, obviously. So see, this one has a minimum of 82. So it's only selecting these really hard edges here. And these are almost, I would even say these are probably 90 degree, but you see it didn't select these ones because this one's not a straight line to a straight line. This one is sort of off, so you're able to filter it that way, just based on that small variation. So then we can polybevel that, give it a little roundness. And this is essentially what Houdini is. It's all about grabbing whatever the hell you can get your hands on. I don't know why I did that. Rim edges, distance, boom. Grabbing whatever you can get your hands on and using it to its full potential, and then figuring out how to grab other stuff. That is basically how you model in Houdini. Yeah, so there we go, there's a bevel. Great. Cool. So that's normals, why not? And then we just need the handle, and the handle is super simple. I mean, this is something we've been doing this entire freaking time. We'll do this for like, you know, the third or fourth, or maybe even fifth time. What's this saying? Skipping non-manifold edges. Sure. Alright, so we're going to do the classic. Grab the grid. 2 and 2. Let's get a look at this now. Get a look at this bad boy. Where are you? Okay, we'll do it on the XY. We'll do it like 1 by 1. I don't know why this thing starts at 10 by 10. I've never seen anyone do anything in Houdini that was 10 by 10. Well, maybe if you're like working on a Marvel movie or something to explode a building. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, and like literally we just have to sweep this. Run it through a sweep, square 2, just merge these, reduce the size there. Handle! We can do a polybev here. We'll do it on the points. We'll do, oh, and this is, yeah, we gotta delete that too. Alright, the sweep has too many columns. It needs like 2. 1 even. This polybevel needs 2 bevel. Maybe 2 divisions. 3 maybe. Looks good. This grid is too big. Then we have to get rid of that, which we can just, we gotta unroll this with the ends again, as we've been doing. Get out of here. Unroll it. We'll do unroll with, I believe, new points. Then okay, ends. Unroll with new points. Do a blast. Is a point. The point is 0. That's the overlapping extra point that we've got there. Now, see if we go back here, we've got 4 and 0 overlapping. But if we delete 0, then we've just got 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's not even the right order, but it doesn't matter right now. Sweep and merge, and it's going to be off, but that's okay because we can just transform it. This grid can be, the center can be, I think, just that. Oh, and divided by 2. There we go. And now, there. All good. Okay, so there's the lid. Yeah, there was one other thing, and that thing, I can't remember right now. Ooh, what was it? What was it? What was it? Probably a transform. And then we'll just do a null. We'll call this lid. And then we can again merge everything in here. Oh, and again, we don't need to poly extrude. So maybe I actually will add a second merge for the lid and the handles here. So let's do a merge here. Let's add a new object merge. Right, and then in the object merge, I'm going to do both the lid and the handles. Oh god, I have so much in here. Where's the handles? Do the handle, or not. Do the handle. Add another one for the lid. Great. And then I'm gonna, this poly extrude, I'm gonna delete that. This reverse, I'm gonna delete that. And then in this initial merge, I'm actually gonna just take out the handle. And we should, okay, yeah. Our lid's a little large. Just move it up here. And we don't have to do it this way. We could go in and check the size. I mean, yeah, maybe we should do that. It's probably easier if we, oh no, this is definitely easier. The proper way to do this would be to, I actually kind of like the way this looks, so I'm going to leave it, but the proper way to do it would be, the handle's so tiny now. There we go, yeah, yeah. Would be to go and check, obviously the size of, you could get the bounding box of this, where the hell is it? This circle here, is it this circle? Where's the rim at? Come on. Top edge, yeah, we can get the bounding box of this and we could size the circle to that if we wanted to. Yeah. I think I'm just going to leave it like this for now. It works. That could be some extra fun homework for you if you want to figure out how to grab the bounding box. You should have enough information from everything that we've done. I believe I grabbed the bounding box to even make that circle. So yeah, should be doable. And then of course, as usual, all procedural, you can tweak the divisions, etc., etc. Yeah, that's the basics of it. I mean, we could tweak this, of course, just like anything, but yeah, calling it done. So that's it, fully modeled. I'm sure I'll think of something that I missed. Yeah, I guess the only other thing I would say is that at the end of each of these, little sections, we should have cleans. We should move the groups and we should move the attributes except for normal and UV. I don't even think UV's on here yet, but I just always put those two. So we do that there, and I believe I already did it up here. Did I in the handle? I did not. So I'm going to put in a clean, and we actually don't need this group anymore. I'm going to put in a, do I even have anything up here? I have nothing up here, so I'm just going to leave that one, but there's a lot of groups down here, so. Then we throw it in a box. Boom. Give it a color if you want. Do like I like the blues. I like the blues and the grays. Is this working? No. Ah, I changed all my notes. Okay. The blue. Great. Call it lid. Alright guys, well that is part 2 done. So up next is part 3, and what we're gonna do is basically take a look at why this doesn't actually work if you're trying to animate it. It's great as a standstill. It's a beautiful little model. You can paint the crap out of this and can do great set deck. But if you're trying to deform it at all, it's not going to work. Oh, I lost something there. That's probably in the clean node. Oh, there we go. Uncheck, remove degenerate primitives. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at how to use this in make it more flexible geometry, and also be able to bring it into texturing programs, etc. So I hope to see you then, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks guys. Have a great day.